Mike, we left it late, but we got the win, secured our advancement to the second round of the Carabao Cup. What do you make of the performance today?
I thought we thoroughly deserved the win, if I'm honest. I mean, we could have been 2 or 3 up in the first 10 minutes. And look, they've got good players, so they had spells in the game. I think the bit that I'm really proud of is they really pressure. They really come after you, and we kept trying to play. And that in 3 games into a completely different way of trying to play, 6 weeks into a completely different way of trying to play. I take a huge amount of pride in. I said that to the group. Not only that, we've got a 16-year-old leading the line, making his professional debut, a 17-year-old coming on the pitch. It doesn't get much better in terms of clean sheet, win the game, 2 academy boys on the pitch, senior boys here supporting, embracing the culture that we're trying to create. It doesn't get much better.
That's what I was going to bring up next. 2 debuts for the academy boys, 2 competitive debuts. What was your decision today in bringing them into the squad?
Well, I think it's a really important landmark for the football club, because what I think it does give the fans a little bit is in terms of the direction that we're heading. Young players will get opportunities, especially while I'm at this football club. Young players will get opportunities, and if you train properly and conduct yourself and want to be a part of a culture where we're going to learn and get better, then they'll get opportunities. Cam Stones was released from QPR 6 months ago. He's come into the academy programme and he's done really, really well. And when he's came and trained with us, he does so many things that are so infectious in terms of his energy and everything like that. And there was a question mark over playing a 16-year-old, but I think if you're good enough, you're old enough. And then obviously Arthur's come. Arthur is not from the area. He's come from the north, and it's a really nice story that he's a Bolton fan. He was in the stadium this time last season as a Bolton fan, sat over there, and now he's on the pitch. So look, hopefully this gives a little bit of a snippet of insight in terms of the direction that we want to go as a football club. Obviously the style is very, very different, and it's still going to take time, but also we're putting young players on the pitch and developing young footballers.
And advancing to the second round of this competition is going to give more players, more of those youngsters, chances to get minutes in the first team?
Yeah, and it won't be a free ticket, but if they do their programme properly, they train properly, we'll give them opportunities.
Now back on the result, it was an own goal that secured our win today, but there were so many promising moments up front as well today as well.
Yeah, and it's not easy. Like, you've got a 16-year-old leading the line for 60, 70 minutes, and he completely emptied the tank, and then we had to put Alex Lowry on because we didn't have many attacking options on the bench. We had to put Alex Lowry on as almost like a false 9. So it's again something that we've looked at, maybe further down the line in terms of the way we want to play. But yeah, there's loads of positives, and I think there was loads of really positive individual performances. But look, more importantly, we haven't won the last 2 games. Some of that is our own doing. Some of that, I think, we've been really, really unlucky. And winning games is really, really important. So whether it's a cup game, whether it's a league game, winning games is always going to be really important.
A lot of rotation in the squad today, but a lot of speculation still going around about Kone. Is there any update that you can give the fans?
Not right now, I'll be honest with you. The last hour or so I've been sat at the side of the pitch. I know there's been, over the last kind of 24 hours, there's been some negotiations with the people above me. I think whether he's kind of finalised that or not finalised that, he wasn't going to be involved tonight anyway. But obviously when I finish this interview, I'll try and find out what the information is. So I've tried to be honest with the fans, and I'll continue to do that. I'll be as honest as I can. At the moment I don't have any information. I certainly don't want to be setting off any rumours.
And a win today going into the weekend away at Doncaster off the back of the win. How much is that going to improve the morale of this squad?
The morale's been really good, and you lose the first 2 and it obviously gets heightened because it's the first 2 games of the season. You've had 5 weeks with the group in terms of the way we want to play and the way we want to move forward, and you want that 5 weeks worth of work to come to fruition in the opening games. That hasn't happened. There's been some positives of the games, there's been some negatives, but the 2 things that I would say to people is the group have bounced into training after those 2 games saying we love the way we're playing. We love the direction we're going in. They completely believe in it. So that gives me loads of hope. And, I said this to the players, I think, after Saturday. The reality is there's still a huge amount of football still to go, 40 plus games. So, no one's panicking internally. We're really clear in the direction, and we're really, really clear on what we're trying to do and what the project is. And like I've said before, in the next kind of 6 to 9 months, people will start to see what a really exciting project Wycombe Wanderers is.